What's up guys? In today's video, we will take a look at Limitless and Wildcard draft teams for Matchday 3. Now I played my Limitless on Matchday 2 and I might save my Wildcard for the quarterfinals and that is still undecided. So this is essentially not my team for Matchday 3, but if I were to play either of the chips on Matchday 3, these would be the sort of players I would look to target. This is the FPL Lounge and please do consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel for all the latest updates. So before getting into the team drafts, let's take a look at the fixtures and the strategy I would follow while picking the team. The teams highlighted in green would be the ones that I would look to target mainly. Now at the time of recording this video, the teams that have already qualified for the knockouts are Belgium, Italy and Netherlands. So there is a very high chance that these teams would look to rest some of their key players. And that is why I would not look to invest a lot in them. The key here is to invest in teams who still have something left to play for. In Group A, Switzerland are in a must-win situation, so I would want to get Swiss players in my team. Wales need only a draw to go through, plus they have a tough game against Italy, so they might play defensively. In Group B, Russia, Finland and Denmark all still have a chance. Russia versus Denmark game could be the key here because Finland face Belgium, which would be tough. In Group C as it stands, even a draw would take Ukraine through, so they might look to defend against Austria. Austria on the other hand might look to attack if they don't want to settle for a third place finish. Group D is wide open. Czech Republic, England, Croatia and Scotland all still have a chance. A draw would take both Czech Republic and England through. Croatia and Scotland face each other in a must-win game for both teams. Group E is also wide open. All four teams still have a chance at the time of recording this video. In Group F, Hungary have drawn against France, so their game against Germany now becomes important for both teams. Portugal versus France is something I would stay clear of because that would be a tough game for both teams. So now let's take a look at the Limitless draft. The first goalkeeper would be Donnarumma from Italy. Now I know I said that I would be looking to invest in players who have something to play for, but I don't think there is a better defense in the tournament than Italy. Plus Wales might look to defend in this game. So if you are looking for a guaranteed clean sheet, then Donnarumma is the player to go for. Second goalkeeper would be Manuel Neuer from Germany. He plays on the last day against Hungary in what could possibly be a must-win game for Germany. First in defense would be Daniel Wass from Denmark. Denmark defended well against Belgium on matchday 2 and they have now lost 2 games in a row. But all is not lost for them still. A win against Russia would give them a chance to qualify if Finland lose against Belgium. They have shown great heart after what happened to Eriksen and I am expecting them to do well in their last group stage game. Switzerland are in a must-win situation. Ricardo Rodriguez is a key man for them. He is on free kicks as well as penalties for the Swiss. They are up against a Turkey team who haven't scored a goal yet in the tournament. Ukraine only need a draw against Austria to go through, so I would look to have at least one of their defenders. Alexander Zinchenko would be the best pick because he has potential for attacking returns as well. Robin Gosens from Germany is the next pick. He would be up against a very resolute Hungary team though. That's an easy game on paper, but Hungary have drawn against France. They caused problems for Portugal too. The German defense is expected to be solid however, and going into a must-win game could get the best out of them. Gosens is one of their most attacking players as well. He has now scored a goal and provided 2 assists on matchday 2 against Portugal. Last in defense would be Jordi Alba from Spain. Spain play against Slovakia on matchday 3. Alba is one of their key players. He is the team captain, has 8 goals and 15 assists for Spain in 73 games. He has had a great season with Barcelona. He is expensive, but if you are on Limitless then money isn't a problem. First up in midfield would be Kevin De Bruyne. He scored a goal and provided an assist on matchday 2 and he only played one half in that game. Belgium don't have anything to play for as they have already qualified for the round of 16. But KDB could potentially play on matchday 3 against Finland as per one of the recent interviews by Roberto Martinez. So if you are on Limitless then you could probably take a chance with him. Next in midfield is Ivan Perisic from Croatia. He scored on matchday 2 against Czech Republic and Croatia would look to attack in the game against Scotland. It's a must-win game for them. I'm expecting goals in this game and Perisic would be in the thick of things. Xherdan Shaqiri is the second Swiss player on my team. Switzerland would look to attack in the game against Turkey and Shaqiri is their talisman. He had an assist on matchday 1 against Wales and I'm expecting him to do well against Turkey, who have conceded 5 goals so far in the tournament. Next in midfield is Ferran Torres from Spain. Spain play against Slovakia and I would be looking to invest in at least one of their attackers. Torres is probably one of the best options. Dani Olmo is another option. Would depend on who starts against Sweden on matchday 3. Last player in midfield is Sergei Gnabry from Germany. He is classified as a midfielder but is playing upfront as a central striker for Germany. The game against Hungary could have goals in it and I would certainly look to have a German attacker. Starting my forward line is Robert Lewandowski. Poland could be in a must-win situation against Sweden on matchday 3 and Lewandowski is their main goal threat. Poland have not been great in the tournament but in a must-win situation I am ready to take my chances with them. Alexander Isak from Sweden is the second forward on my team. Now two of my forwards would be against each other on matchday 3 in the Sweden vs Poland game. Sweden might only need a draw to go through, but I am expecting Poland to be on attacking mode. So if they score early, then Sweden would have to try and match them. That could be a great opportunity for Isak to get on the score sheet. Last on my team would be Harry Kane. Now he has been disappointing so far by his standards, but he has a point to prove. The entire English attack have a point to prove. The game against Czech Republic would be a great opportunity for Kane to do exactly that. A win on matchday 3 would also mean that England are top of their group. So this is going to be a tricky game. Alright, now let's look at the wildcard draft. This is more or less similar to the limitless draft with a few changes, 6 changes to be exact. The goalkeepers are different. Tim Krul makes it to the team. Now Netherlands are already through and that means Krul might get a chance to play the last group stage game. Against North Macedonia, he has a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. If he doesn't play, then Unai Simon could come in for his game against Slovakia. And this is very important while picking goalkeepers. You need to make sure that they don't play on the same day. So Krul and Salmon is a very good combination and they are cheap options too. One change in defense would be Pau Torres instead of Jordi Alba. A game against Slovakia is a good opportunity for a clean sheet and at 4.5 million, Pau Torres is the cheapest option into the Spanish defense. Two changes in midfield. First one is Andriy Yarmolenko. He already has 2 goals and an assist to his name in the tournament and would be looking to add to that against Austria on matchday 3. Ilkay Gundogan from Germany is the other change. He is a downgrade from Gnabry from the limitless draft. He is a good option into the German attack at the price of 7.5 million. One change in the forward line, Kramaric would come in place of Lewandowski. Croatia will look to attack in the game against Scotland, so doubling up on their attack is not a bad idea at all. So those were my draft teams for people who are thinking of activating Limitless or Wildcard on matchday 3. I hope this helps you in setting up your respective teams. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this one. Alright, so that's it for today. If you liked the video then please show your support by pressing the like button and sharing the video with your friends. Thank you for watching.